ABC Listen. Podcasts, radio, news, music and more.
I've spoken to lots of media. I've taken lots of photos. I had a beer on live TV. All afternoon I've just been like, what is going on? Like I really haven't had time to let it sink in. I've had moments where it's like, yeah, like I am an Olympic champion, which is, yeah, it's pretty wild.
It really is wild. Cooper Woods is a gold medalist. The 25-year-old topped the podium in the men's moguls at the Olympic Winter Games. Woods has struggled with injury and form in recent seasons, but he put it all together when it mattered. We are basking in the golden glow of his achievements and asking fellow Olympic gold medalist Torah Bright what this win might mean for the rest of the team and their medal chances. And who better to preview Australia's medal chances in the halfpipe with than Torah? Plus, we unpack a controversial disqualification in the skeleton. I'm Poppy Penny and this is ABC Sport Daily. Simon Smale has become our official Moguls correspondent as he covers these Olympic Winter Games from Milano-Cortina for the ABC. Simon, Cooper Woods is the Olympic champion in Moguls. Run me through it.
I tell you what, it's a lot easier being a correspondent when you've got medals to talk about. Let me tell you that. Absolutely extraordinary. I think a lot of people have known that Cooper Woods has had the potential and has got the potential to do this for a very long time. I mean, he's from great skiing stock. Both his parents are freestyle skiers. But to see what he did today in Livigno was extraordinary. I mean, he laid down a run, 83.71 he scored. He was going last because he had such a brilliant run in the first final, in the top 8 shootout. The pressure of the world was on his shoulders.
You know, I heard there was another 83 that got scored when I was up top, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's a big mountain to get a score like that. And the coach they had up top, he was like, stay disciplined, do the same thing. And in a high-pressure moment like that, dropping last, yeah, I was just like, let's get into it.
He was clean off the top jump. The top jump has been causing people problems all week, and yet he was clean off that. He did a really great trick. He moved down the moguls superbly. It was as clean and as precise as you like. And then when he got to the bottom jump, he just dropped a technically perfect jump. There were athletes who did more technical jumps, who did higher difficulty, but they didn't do them perfectly. Cooper Woods did his perfectly. And I spoke to Alyssa Camplin-Warner, the chef de mission, of course, two-time Olympic medalist, Olympic gold medalist from 2002. And she highlighted just how perfect you needed to be to win a gold medal. And he was perfect. I mean, as he mentioned in his press conference afterwards, knowing that Mikhail Kingsbury, a legend of the sport, winner of 100 World Cup titles, to put that into perspective, Cooper Woods, he's got 1 silver World Cup. A lot of the Aussies are fantastic technical skiers, and Cooper Woods really showed that today. He spoke to us and said that he felt like he was just on form.
After my first run this morning, I felt an overwhelming sense of confidence. I've been training really well, and to get that qualifying 2 out of the way and to qualify in the top spot, I was like, okay. Now we're doing it.
One of the most remarkable things I thought was he said that he could see everything happening slower than normal. He was in a flow state. The last time he said he felt like that, 4 years ago at the Beijing Olympics when he finished 6th. A lot of people think that he's probably got a little bit underscored at that Olympics. He wasn't a name. Nobody knew who he was. Dale Begg-Smith, who is an Olympic medalist for Australia, actually messaged him out of the blue and said, you got done, you should have got bronze. And Cooper's kind of felt that run through him ever since.
The only other time I felt it was at the last Olympics. But I was so disciplined and so focused on what I needed to achieve. So I was pretty fired up.
The burst of relief from the Australians everywhere, not just in the stadium in the Aerials and Moguls Park down at the south end of town. It was an explosion everywhere. And I can tell you now, the partying has started with a vengeance. There is Australians everywhere, and they are loud and proud because they've got a gold medal. Absolutely fantastic.
You spoke to him after he won that gold medal. How was he? Could he believe it?
I don't know. I don't think it settled in. I don't think it'll ever settle in, to be honest. He kept looking at his medal and just looking at it, feeling it, touching it, and then just laughing to himself. It was like he couldn't believe it. he got a little bit emotional at times. He's had a tough couple of years. He had to have knee surgery, and it was actually an innovative technique where they actually had an injection in his wrist, and they used the ligaments from that to be grown in a lab, and then they injected them into his knee. He hasn't been able to get quite the technique and the technical scores that he would have wanted over the last couple of years. And you could tell that that's had a bit of a weight on him.
I was actually lying down in the snow, just trying to meditate, trying to relax, switch off. I had a million things running through. And on that last round, Jackson Harvey came flying up because he just qualified. And we were carrying on like little kids up the top, and we were getting told to settle down and focus. And it was a special moment. We had 3 Aussies in that last round, and I think it goes to show that we're a dominant nation and win a sport. We're not just here to joke around.
Every time he sort of touched the medal, and he barely let go of it, and to be honest, neither would I, it was like it reminded him of the fact, oh my God, I'm an Olympic champion. Nobody can ever take that away from him. And great thing is, he's still got another event to go. He could get another medal. The way he's skiing, not many people are going to beat him.
Let's hope this is the start of a gold rush for the Aussies at these games. Simon Smale, thanks so much for your time. Soak up some of that atmosphere.
Oh, I shall. And the snow that's falling as well. Beautiful.
Torah Bright is an Olympic gold and silver medalist, a member of the Sport Australia Hall of Fame, and has been part of the Channel 9 and Stan Sport coverage of these Winter Olympic Games. Torah, I do want to talk to you about the halfpipe happening tomorrow morning Australian time, but first things first. Moguls skier Cooper Woods won Australia's first medal last night, and it was gold. You've lived a version of this before, winning the team's first gold medal in the 2010 Games. How would he be feeling right now?
He would be feeling every emotion. There's, part relief that you've done, like shock that you've won. It actually came together in this day that matters every 4 years. I mean, he's just on a roller coaster of all up.
What does winning a gold medal do for the team as a whole?
I mean, all of these athletes are individual athletes, but coming together as a team at the Olympics Games, that's like the first time it's really happening for a lot of people. And there is a lot of camaraderie between the athletes. And there are athletes that have come in to watch them, even though they might be competing tomorrow. And then, of course, you've got your whole families who travel all the way from Australia for us, and they're at the bottom. Literally just, they love you no matter what the result, you are enough no matter what to them. But to actually be an Olympic champion at the end of the day, like there's no words that really describe all the emotions.
Does it send a bit of a buzz through the other athletes going, okay, cool, the medal tally's underway, let's keep it going?
I mean, it's a buzz through the whole of Australia. And of course, especially the story behind this. And that's why the Olympics just draws crowds every 4 years, because the stories of the athletes, the work done in the dark, Cooper, he didn't expect to anything's on the table. He wasn't it just, that he ended up having a gold medal around his neck at the end of the day. And then we've just come off the back of the women's snowboard halfpipe also. And that was literally one of the most exciting halfpipe events there is, because there's a changing of the guard. The last Olympic champion got knocked off the top spot into second place by, 17-year-old girl who we knew had it in her. And so it's just these stories, Cooper's, and then Guillaume's in the halfpipe, and now we're leading into the men's halfpipe tomorrow, where I think the whole of Australia, more anticipation than anything.
Yeah, and I do want to talk about the snowboard halfpipe, and Scotty James and Val Gaselli are representing Australia. Scotty's is a story that you know really well. We know he wants that gold medal. Have you seen anything in him at these games that's different to previous Olympics that makes you think, yep, this is the time, he's ready now?
Oh, I mean, what I notice is just how composed he is. He is family orientated.
It's my diary. I make notes every day in the diary. Today is another great day to seize opportunity, make the most of it, and continue to pick up Chloe's crap.
Hey, Scotty, look at that couch. Doesn't it look comfortable?
His funny, quirky self, putting out all the videos. He and his siblings are all having so much fun together. And I know that that's how he is happiest. He's going to be with his baby boy, like out there tobogganing with him. And when you have kids and have kids around, you can't be anywhere else other than present with them. And I think since becoming a dad, he has the ability to become present in that moment, not thinking too far ahead, not thinking about what could have been, should have been. Like, he's in that moment. And then that's when the muscle memory takes over. I think that's what he himself has said. He's like, the only difference is that, like, from previous years is that I am literally obsessed with shredding right now. And so, that reminds me of little Scotty back when we first started, just obsessed with this future goal that we're literally about to live out with him.
And his qualifying was unreal. In fact, most of the guys who went through quali, the first sort of 8 or 9 runs were probably final worthy. They were all really special. Are you seeing anything from him in the pipe that you're really liking?
I mean, here's the thing. The qualifications was exciting. And Scotty has got his work cut out from him, but I believe he's one of the most sound in the mind right now. So we can't rule it out, because we do have Valentina Caselli, who was world's first to do a frontside 1620 in the pipe.
So get ready, alley-oop backside 3 nose grab, absolutely gigantic. Switch backside 1260.
All of that, I think we need to look out for. Scotty had never been done at X Games coming into these Olympics with 2 back-to-back 14s.
What about a switch backside 1440 and then a backside 1440? Hang on, Scott. Hang on. Never ever has that been done.
And then, of course, we've got the Japanese team. Yuto is definitely a threat, who qualified second behind Scotty, but also Ayumu Hirano, who is the reigning Olympic champion from 2022. He is riding with a broken hip, and I would say a lot of the Japanese were playing down, but the thing is, it's like, they're in the final and anything can happen. And I think that's what makes the Olympics so exciting. And like Cooper coming from behind, and the women's halfpipe we saw this morning, Gaeon out of Korea, she didn't land a run, came down to the final run. We knew she had it in her and she could take the top spot, and she literally did. And it's just these are the Olympic moments that go down in history. So, yeah, it's going to be exciting for Scotty and Val.
It really is. We can't wait. I know certainly I've got an early alarm set for tomorrow, and I think most of Australia does too. At Torah Bright, you'll be part of the Channel 9 and Stan Sport coverage of that event. Thank you so much for your time. We've got our fingers and toes crossed and our alarm set.
Yeah, I'm just going to be deep breathing.
Outside of Australia, the big story brewing is that the International Olympic Committee have disqualified Ukrainian skeleton athlete Vladislav Heraskevich over his racing helmet, which depicts Ukrainian athletes who've been killed in the war with Russia. IOC President Kirsty Coventry spoke to the media about the decision.
I really wanted to see him race today. It's been an emotional morning. We have these rules in place to try and be fair. Talking to the press conferences, as soon as you come off the field of play, that's there. He can do that. It's just the field of play. And as I said, it's because we had so many athletes come to us to say, if you open that up, how do you stop me from being used by others to send a message that I don't agree with? That's why these rules are in place.
Heraskevich believes that he isn't violating any IOC rules or regulations.
To be honest, I cannot understand for what I was suspended. You can imagine I'm a professional athlete and I spent hours of trainings every day for 4 years to be able to be here today to compete on Olympic Games. And I was disqualified, and I cannot understand even why.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has spoken out in support of the athlete, saying, "We're proud of Vladislav and what he did. Having courage is worth more than any medal." Heraskevich was a genuine medal chance in this event, finishing in the top 6 of all of his training runs, and so is naturally incredibly disappointed to be missing this competition.
Of course, as an athlete, I was dreaming about Olympic medal, and it's also a feeling that it was taken away from me.
He and his team have appealed the decision to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, arguing that the IOC's exclusion was disproportionate, unsupported by any technical or safety violation, and causes irreparable sporting harm to him. He has also requested reinstatement into the Winter Olympics immediately, and failing that, an opportunity for a supervised official run pending that CAS decision. I'm Poppy Penny and this is ABC Sport Daily, produced by Ed Gooden. Thanks to Lux Open, Scotty James's YouTube account and the X Games for the extra audio used in this episode.
Discover more great ABC podcasts, live radio and exclusives on the ABC Listen app.